Here's more. Narrated Masruq in Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 4999. Narrated Masruq in Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 4999. Let me give you the link, guys. It says here, Abdullah bin Amr mentioned Abdullah ibn Mas'ud and said, I shall ever love that man. Who? The Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, one of the four people. Watch. For I heard Muhammad, the Prophet, saying, take the Quran, learn the Quran, take the Quran from four. Who are they? Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, Salim, Mu'ad, and Ubay ibn Ka'b. Four. This is a very famous hadith, guys, that we often use. Muhammad said, take from Ibn Mas'ud, and he started with him. Who? The Ibn Mas'ud. Here's more damaging stuff, guys. Here is really damaging stuff. Further evidence of Ibn Mas'ud rejecting Surah Al-Fatiha. Wait. Ibn Mas'ud rejected Surah Al-Fatiha? Yes. He said it's not part of the Quran. We read in Tafsir Al-Kabir, that Ibn Mas'ud would reject Surah Al-Fatiha, and not only Surah Al-Fatiha, but also the last two chapters. So, in other words, guys, Ibn Mas'ud, he did not include chapter 1 of the Quran, chapter 113 and 114 of the Quran. Did you catch it? So he, in his Mus'haf, in his Quran, he removed, or he did not add Surah Al-Fatiha, and he did not add the last two ayahs. And you see here, this is the word that are basically using for the last two ayahs of the Quran. And here is the reference on the screen. And you can find this information in Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran, volume 1, page 99. In Tafsir ibn Kathir, volume 1, page 9. Tafsir Fattah al-Qadir, volume 1, page 6, by Allama Shukani. And Tafsir al-Kabir, I think this is Razi, Tafsir by Razi, Tafsir al-Kabir, volume 1, page 218, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. You see in how many reports, in how many books this hadith is reported, this information is reported. So it's a very well-known fact in Islam that Ibn Mas'ud did not include these three chapters to the Quran. So again, what I tried to say in the beginning of the live show is that Ibn Mas'ud had only 111 chapters. As we mentioned, Ubay had more than 114. He had 116, and Zayd ibn Thabit had 114. That's a disaster, right? So which one that Muhammad mentioned should we accept? And why did Muhammad did not say to the Sahaba, go to Zayd? So who is Zayd compared to these four? So guys, imagine, the first one, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, his Quran was 111. Uthman didn't ask him. Uthman actually asked his family members like Zayd ibn Thabit to recollect the Quran and to go to Hafza and rewrite it in the Qurayshi dialect. He did not ask also Ubay ibn Ka'b, one of the other important guys. This is a disaster, right, guys? Here is more. Al-Haythami records in Majma' al-Zawaid, Abdul Rahman bin Yazid said, Abdullah, meaning Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, used to erase the last two chapters, chapter 113 and 114, from his copies of the Quran and say, what did Abdullah ibn Mas'ud say? It's not a part of the book of Allah, meaning chapter Al-Fatiha and chapter 113 of the Quran and 114 are not part of the book of Allah. Again, here's the reference in the bottom. Majma' al-Zawad, volume 7, page 311, tradition, so the number 11,562. Disaster. Is there any Muslim out there? Is there any Muslim out there who would dare to say Abdullah ibn Mas'ud is a kafir? Any Muslim there? Is there any Muslim who would call Abdullah ibn Mas'ud a kafir? The Quran of Ibn Mas'ud, who Muhammad told his Sahaba to go to, his Quran did not have 114 chapters as the Quran of Hafs that the Muslims have today. He had only 111 chapters. He removed Surah Al-Fatiha. He removed the last 2 chapters also. So only 111. Wow. Which Muslim would dare to say that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud is a kafir? To prove to you guys, to prove to you from Sunnah.com, from Sahih al-Bukhari itself. Let me give you the link. Look. Narrated Dhur bin Hubaysh in Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 4977. Look what it says here. I asked Ubay bin Ka'b, O Abu al-Mundhir, meaning Ubay, your brother, meaning Ibn Mas'ud, said so and so, meaning that the 2 last chapters of the Quran do not belong in the Quran. Wow! The last 2 chapters do not belong in the Quran according to who? Ibn Mas'ud. According to Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, the last 2 chapters of the Quran should never been in the Quran to begin with. And see how even Ubay and Abdullah ibn Mas'ud have a conflict. They have a conflict. They disagree with one another. They call each other liars and deceivers. Look, Ubay said, I asked Allah's messenger about them, and he said, they have been revealed to me, and I have recited them as part of the Quran. So Ubay added, so we say as Allah's messenger has said. But wait, Ubay, wait. Your prophet said, and he started with Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. Go to Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. He was one of the 4. So how does Allah, supposedly if Allah truly existed, how does Allah not sending Jibreel and telling, Ya Muhammad, why is Jibreel not saying to Muhammad, watch out for Ibn Mas'ud? Because Ibn Mas'ud is removing chapters of the Quran. Guys, that's the $1 million question. Why did Allah, if he truly would have kept the Quran safe from corruption, why did Allah not send Jibreel to Muhammad to say, watch out for Ibn Mas'ud? Ibn Mas'ud that you just mentioned to be one of the 4, and actually the first one of the 4, he's going to corrupt the Quran and removes important chapters and ayahs of the Quran. Moment of silence. Moment of silence. So truly Allah is not all knowledgeable. Allah is not Allahu A'lam. Else Allah would have sent Jibreel to Muhammad. Muhammad, yeah, Prophet Nabi al-Islam, brother. Prophet of Islam, brother. Don't tell the Sahaba to take from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. But Muhammad said, take the Quran from 4. And he started with the Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. And what about Ubay? Guys, we mentioned today that Ubay's Quran has 116. What happened to the 2 extra chapters? What happened to the 2 extra chapters, Ya Muslimin? What happened to the 2 extra chapters? Why didn't Zayd add them on top of the 114? So is the Quran 116 or 111 or 114, Ya Muslimin? You see, guys, even 2 of the 4 do not agree with one another. Ubay ibn Ka'b says, my Quran is the best Quran. Ibn Mas'ud says, no, my Quran is the best Quran. So who should we pick our cherries? Should we just pick our cherries, Ya Muslimin? Guys, they're calling each other liars and deceivers. Basically, Ubay just called Ibn Mas'ud a liar. Don't take his Quran. Take my Quran, Ubay is saying. Guys, Ibn Mas'ud, for the people who do not know, the story goes like this. that they even attacked him and he still didn't want to hand over his personal Quranic Mus'haf. They broke his hip. I kid you not. They broke the hip. They broke the hip of Ibn Mas'ud, and still the guy did not want to hand over his Quran, his 111 chapter Quran. And he fled to Kufa, right? Nowadays, Iraq. What happened to his Mus'haf? We don't know. It's missing. What happened to the Mus'haf of Ubay? We don't know. Where are the 116 chapters of Ubay? We don't know. Here is more. Here is more. I found this hadith. Thanks to the Lord, we have a link for this one. Let me give you the link. And if we go down, we see that the grade is sahih. This word here means sahih. So no doubt it's sahih. All right, guys? It's sahih. Sahih. Who is the narrator? Abdullah ibn Abbas. The Ibn Abbas again. Right? From Shu'aib Arnaud. Right? The one who is also in the chain is Shu'aib Arnaud. And this is from, the source is from Takhrij al-Musnad. Okay? This is the source. And let me immediately give the translation. Narrator, Abdullah ibn Abbas, as we showed you, from Shu'aib al-Arnaud. And look what it says. Which of the two reading was the last reading? Guys, focus, please take a screenshot. Which of the two reading was the last reading? That's the question. That's the $1 million question in this hadith. The reading of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, or, focus guys, the reading of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, that's the question, or the reading of Zayd. Again, this is the first time that I'm showing you this hadith. And as you see, the grade is sahih, meaning authentic, a sound, sahih, authentic chain of narration. So the question is, which is the final reading? Which is the sahih reading? Is it Ibn Mas'ud's or Zayd? So which one should the Muslims use? He said, Abdullah ibn Abbas said, we said the recitation of Zayd ibn Thabit. He said, no. The Messenger of Allah, SAW, used to present the Quran to Jibreel. So Jibreel was always testing Muhammad with the Quran once every year. Guys, what is happening here is, according to Muhammad, Jibreel used to visit him at least once a year to dictate to him the Quran, to test if the Quran is still okay with Muhammad. So Jibreel every year used to visit Muhammad to test if the Quran, if the recitation of the Quran with Muhammad, if it's still intact. And when he was in the year in which Muhammad was about to die, so before the death of Muhammad, in that year, Jibreel came and it was presented to him twice. Twice. Before the death of Muhammad. And look, here is the most damaging part. And the last recitation was Abdullah ibn Mas'ud's recitation. Bam! So which is the final authoritative recitation of the Quran according to this Sahih Hadith? It's the recitation of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. So the Muslims, meaning the Muslims until today, they are using the wrong, again, all Muslims are using the wrong recitation. Recitation. The wrong reading, meaning the reading of Zayd ibn Thabit. Right? The reading of Zayd ibn Thabit, meaning the Uthmanic version. That's what they claim, right? All Muslims are using the wrong reading. The correct final authoritative reading is of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. Do you see it? And this is from the mouth of Ibn Abbas. He's in the chain. So meaning, in other words, this is my personal notice, guys. Here it is in the bottom. I added this. Meaning, guys, my friends in the live chat, my audience, meaning according to Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, remember chapter 1 of the Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha, the last two chapters, chapter 113 and 114, should have never been in the Quran according to Ibn Mas'ud. So Muslims are using the wrong recitation. So since the recitation of Ibn Mas'ud does not exist anymore, meaning the Muslims corrupted the Quran. Again, the Muslims corrupted the Quran when they added chapter 1, Surah Al-Fatiha, chapter 113 and 114. Thank you very much. What preservation, what shish kebab, what falafel, what hummus. Muslims, you have a problem. You have a problem. You use the wrong recitation. And do you now understand, guys, why Ibn Mas'ud said, and I quote, Ibn Mas'ud said, the copy of Zayd is pure deception. That's what he said. Ibn Mas'ud, guys, Ibn Mas'ud said, the copy of Zayd is corruption. It's deceit. It's deception. Did you know that, guys? Let's see if we can find something to put on the screen for you guys. Let's see. Because when we say something, we need to prove it. Look, guys. A little bit smaller, yeah. Look what's here, what this page is saying. However, Ibn Mas'ud does not think highly of today's Quran, meaning the Quran that has 114 chapters in it today. The one collected by Zayd ibn Thabit. In comparing himself to Zayd, Ibn Mas'ud said, the people, meaning Zayd ibn Thabit and Uthman, the people have been guilty of deceit. So he's calling Zayd and Uthman deceivers. The people have been guilty of deceit in reading of the Quran. I like it better, Ibn Mas'ud continues, I like it better to read according to the recitation of him, meaning his prophet, whom I love more than of that Zayd ibn Thabit. And then he continues, the Ibn Mas'ud said, by him besides whom there is no God, I learned more than 70 surahs of the Quran from the lips of Muhammad, our prophet himself. Ding, 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 ding. And he continues bringing down the hammer on Zayd, calling him a deceiver. While Zayd ibn Thabit was a young boy, a youth, having 2 locks and playing with the youth. So he called him, you boy. And we can find this information in Ibn, this is the reference, Ibn Sa'd, Kitab al-Tabaqat al-Kabir, volume 2, page 444. Let me give you the link, guys. Bookmark it and save it. So do you see how Ibn Mas'ud was making fun of today's Quran? The Ibn Mas'ud was making fun of today's Quran. Is there anyone who would dare to say Ibn Mas'ud is a liar? Is there anyone who would dare to say that Ibn Mas'ud is a kafir? He is a liar? Anyone? Any Muslim? So Ibn Mas'ud basically said, yes, exactly, cogito ergo. Ibn Mas'ud said to Zayd ibn Thabit, I'm your teacher, boy. I am your teacher, boy. And don't forget, we gave you the hadith. Muhammad said, go to Ibn Mas'ud. Did he mention Zayd ibn Thabit? No. Did the Prophet of Islam mention Zayd ibn Thabit at all? No. So you see, guys, Uthman ibn Affan, and we did a live show about his murder before, right, guys? Remember that live show? Uthman ibn Affan used to always put his own family on important positions. Zayd ibn Thabit was one of his family members. Guys, Uthman ibn Affan, who was in power at that time, he was the third caliph. He did not contact Ibn Mas'ud to correct the Quran. He rather put another family member, in this case Zayd ibn Thabit, in this important job. So Zayd ibn Thabit, who happened to be a young boy, while Ibn Mas'ud memorized 70, right? He said, I memorized 70, not one, not two, but 70 surahs, while Zayd was still a young boy. So do you see, guys, what Ibn Mas'ud used to think of today's Quran? He called it a deception. He called the people like Zayd ibn Thabit and Uthman nothing but deceivers. You have been guilty of deception. You are a bunch of deceivers. That's what Ibn Mas'ud called Uthman ibn Affan and Zayd ibn Thabit. You are playing with the Quran. Right? And we showed you that even according to Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, the last and final authoritative recitation should have been Abdullah ibn Mas'ud's recitation, not of Zayd. So there was a debate, guys. Do you see it? It's in front of you. Do you see it? There was a debate among the Sahaba. There was a debate among the Sahaba. Which recitation was the final one? And Ibn Abbas confirms that the final recitation that Jibreel was testing Muhammad with was the recitation of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. And you see the hadith is sahih. Do you guys understand how important this hadith is? It exposes nowadays Quran. Bam! On your noses, ya Muslimin. You are using the wrong recitation. Your recitation should be thrown in the bin where it belongs. In the garbage where it belongs. Any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan out there?